Lewis Hamilton's 2025 season is off to a rough start, and after the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix, things might be even worse than they seem. While his teammate Charles Leclerc secured a podium and reminded everyone why Ferrari still has firepower, Hamilton was stuck in neutral, finishing P7 right where he began. He didn't make up a single place. And more importantly, he didn't have the pace to even try. After the race, his reaction said it all. There wasn't a single moment where I felt comfortable in the car, not 1 second. That's not just frustration, that's a red flag. Because if the 7-time world champion can't trust the machine under him, everything else, racecraft, strategy, even confidence, starts to fall apart. Let's get real. This isn't just about one bad race. It's about whether Ferrari and Hamilton can actually work together to challenge for wins, or if this historic partnership is already showing cracks. Heading into the Jeddah weekend, expectations were cautiously optimistic. After all, Hamilton has a long history of bouncing back. But from Friday practice, something felt off. The pace just wasn't there. In qualifying, the gap to Leclerc was glaring, over half a second. And in the race, Hamilton's car chewed through its tires faster than it should have, struggled for balance, and left him isolated in P7 with no answer for the front-runners. The real blow wasn't just the result, it was what came afterward, Hamilton admitting, bluntly, that he doesn't understand the car. He doesn't feel at one with it, and right now, he has no solution. Let that sink in. A driver with over 100 wins, 7 world titles, and 2 decades of experience, unable to find confidence in a car that, as Leclerc proved, can fight at the front. And here's where things start to unravel. Ferrari didn't sign Hamilton for feel-good headlines or farewell tours. They signed him to win, to bring leadership, development knowledge, and that rare champion's edge to Maranello. But right now, it's Leclerc doing the heavy lifting. It's Leclerc flying the flag in the constructors' standings. And it's Hamilton, shockingly, who's searching for answers. The post-race comments from Ferrari team principal Fred Vasseur added another layer. He acknowledged that Hamilton had moments of speed, particularly in the second stint, but stressed that consistency was missing. We need to be on it from Friday morning through every lap in qualifying. The potential is there. We just need to unlock it. But here's the thing. Hamilton isn't a rookie learning the ropes. He's supposed to be the reference point. If he can't unlock that potential, Ferrari has a serious problem on their hands. Telemetry from qualifying revealed some critical details. Sector 1 was the biggest issue, a high-speed, rhythm-based section where trust in the car is everything. Hamilton braked earlier, carried less speed, and adjusted too late in key corners. Meanwhile, Leclerc was razor-sharp, committed, confident, and in sync with the car's setup. And it's not like Ferrari didn't try to help. Engineers suggested specific adjustments, like an earlier brake point at turn 16. Leclerc made the change. Hamilton didn't, either by instinct, habit, or discomfort. He stuck to his own style, and it didn't work. What's even more alarming is Hamilton's own diagnosis of the problem. He said, "There are tenths of time just sitting there. 2 tenths in Sector 3, 3 tenths in Sector 1. It's just not coming. I'm working really hard, but nothing feels natural." He added, "The fans aren't happy. The team's not happy. I'm not happy. But I'm staying positive and believing in myself. That's all I can do." And it's here where you start to see the mental battle unfolding. Because confidence, especially for elite athletes, is everything. When that starts to fade, results spiral. The lines blur between driving instinct and second-guessing. You don't brake as late. You don't rotate the car with full commitment. And in F1, that hesitation costs tenths, and tenths cost positions. Even Martin Brundle weighed in, and his words were sharp. There have been entire race weekends where Hamilton wouldn't have lost 7 tenths to anyone, and now we're watching him lose that in a single sector. Brundle suggested Hamilton's setup direction may be entirely wrong for his driving style, that he's searching, reacting, trying different approaches, but not finding the sweet spot. The deeper concern? The SF25 might be one of those cars that only suits a certain driving philosophy. Leclerc, who's grown up inside the Ferrari system, might understand it on a deeper level. Hamilton, on the other hand, is still learning its language. That's a dangerous situation, especially this early in the season. And here's where things get even trickier. If Ferrari doesn't start seeing rapid progress from Hamilton, they may pivot to 2026 development earlier than expected. The new regulations are massive, changing power units, chassis dimensions, aero concepts. Every team is preparing. But for Ferrari, with Leclerc already in the title fight and Hamilton adrift, the temptation to focus forward might be too strong to resist. But that would effectively write off 2025. And that's not the start Hamilton wanted when he made this blockbuster switch to red. Let's take a step back for a second. Lewis Hamilton didn't just change teams, he changed his legacy. He left Mercedes, the team he built into a dynasty, to take on Ferrari, a team that hasn't won a title since 2008 and hasn't had consistent success in over a decade. That move was supposed to be about rewriting history, about becoming the driver who finally brought glory back to Maranello. And now, he's being out-qualified, out-raced, and outscored by his teammate, while wondering aloud if he needs a brain transplant to understand the car. It's hard not to wonder, did Hamilton underestimate the scale of the challenge? Or is this simply the early turbulence that comes with any major move? There's another element here, the leadership role. Hamilton was brought in to help shape Ferrari's culture, to push the team operationally and technically. But as of now, his influence is hard to measure. Vasseur says they value his experience, his perspective, his feedback, but results speak louder than anything, and the results just aren't there. Hamilton's father, Anthony, has talked about the broader mission, that Lewis was brought in to elevate Ferrari's standards. But those words ring hollow if they're not backed up on track. There's still time. 5 races do not define a season. But momentum matters in Formula One, and right now, Hamilton doesn't have it. He has time, he has talent, and he has the determination. But what he doesn't have, yet, is that spark, that moment where everything clicks and the narrative flips. And with every race that passes, the pressure builds. So here's the question. Can Lewis Hamilton recover in time to salvage 2025? Or is Ferrari already preparing to look ahead, hoping 2026 will finally bring them the car they've been chasing for over a decade? And deeper still, are we witnessing a slow fade for one of the greatest drivers of all time? Or is this just the low point before a championship-worthy comeback? Let us know what you think in the comments below. Is this just a bump in the road or the beginning of the end? And once you've done that, click the video on your screen right now. We break down Ferrari's long-term strategy and whether Leclerc is quietly becoming the team's undisputed leader heading into the next regulation era. We'll see you there.